I can see Daniel Farker doing the last of his media duties behind me there, here at the Bet365 Stadium. Welcome. How are your nerves? Hopefully they're better than some other people. Finished here at Stoke 2, Norwich City 2. Norwich City 2. Quite the afternoon. A long way short of what we were all hoping for and probably discussing before kick-off this afternoon, and it's left us with quite a few things to think about, I think, between now and when Norwich kick off, and certainly anyone else kicks off on Saturday up at Carrow Road, of course, when Blackburn Rovers visit. First things first, I am recording this as Leeds play at Brentford, so we don't know the score to that. Of course, if Leeds win that game, then it makes things particularly hairy. Because it means that Norwich could quite easily be just 2 points ahead of the other two, or worse, going into the final game of the season. If Leeds lose, then it's 6 points between Norwich and Leeds with 2 to play. So basically it's on goal difference and Norwich would need a single point. And this is probably the essence of where Norwich are at the moment. If they can't pick up what they need certainly from the Blackburn game at home on Saturday evening, then you question the fact that they won't have done enough to do what they want to do. So that's kind of where they are. But this was a funny old game in terms of this afternoon, because Norwich had a lot of control in the first half. They were ahead after 24 minutes, and El Hernandez, who, again, is not in great form at the moment and almost looks slightly short of confidence at times. Also seemed to be wearing slippers because he kept slipping over all over the place. More of that in a minute. But he drilled a wonderful effort past Jack Butland to give Norwich the lead. He then seemed to annoy the Stoke fans behind the goal by giving them a wave or something. So that didn't go down too well. He got booed from there on in by the home fans. And in the first half, you went in at half time just thinking, well, Norwich are in such a good place, really. They should have another gear to up it. Stoke haven't got much to play for. But they always look like they probably need another goal because everything's precarious while you're just 1-0 up, and Norwich aren't a team, although they have done it, that you wouldn't rely on them being able to just game manage their way out of a situation and walk off with the 3 points. What they then did was really inexplicable, and I have to say, if you were going to pick out faults and weaknesses in this exceptional Norwich City side, you would have to say that the periods just before and after half time are where they've conceded their goals, and they've been a bit sloppy, and it's quite hard to put a finger on why. But Norwich came out the first 2 or 3 minutes, they'd already conceded 2 shooting opportunities they had to block before the corner came in, and Ashley Williams was given a free header and headed it past Tim Krul. I haven't seen it again, but I know some people are particularly happy with Tim's effort in repelling the header either, but I mean, it was from close range. Ashley Williams is pretty good with his head, so it wouldn't have been an easy chance for him to get anything on anyway. And that was just so unnecessary, and from that point the whole mood changed. This place, 25,000 in here, they're a side who have got a lot of quality. They just probably haven't been bothered and haven't had the motivation and just haven't had the leadership really this season to pose any sort of threat to the top end of the table. I mean, they're still very robust and still very one-dimensional in how they go about things. And probably that's the strength of the squad that they've still got now, and the size of the job that Nathan Jones has got to turn around. But I don't know if they've played like this in recent weeks. There was a lot of effort. This is why it's so hard for Norwich to finish the job, probably because teams are playing much better and resolutely. They've got a free hit against the league leaders. No one expects them to get anything, and that does make life so hard. Norwich have now done a lot of the running in this latter stage of the season, and at times it looked like it was possibly taking their toll in terms of the energy levels. Tom Treibel went off just after half time with a rolled ankle, so that's a bit swollen, and there'll be worries over whether he's then fit to play against Blackburn. So that Ashley Williams equaliser just raised the level and the interest. Everyone was suddenly bothered, and it made this contest about 200 times more difficult than it was beforehand, when just a bit of discipline and maybe a little bit of, I don't think they switched off from the set piece, but I think they just got blocked off more than anything, and Daniel Farker said he warned them of that at half time, and it obviously then didn't happen. What Norwich did then do, has to be said, against the run of play over a significant period, is get themselves back level. Mario Vrancic, who came on for Tribal, put in a wonderful cross, lovely run from Timo Pukki, who just glanced a header. Apparently he gets one headed goal at each of his clubs, not many, but one, and he's hoping that won't be the only one he gets at Norwich. A lovely goal, lovely finish. Norwich back in front, 66 minutes gone, and you think, okay, now game changer. That was what I tweeted, because I thought that is it. 3 minutes later, Anel Hernandez in the far corner. I mean, Norwich do generally try and play brave football, but he slipped on the edge of his area. Tom Edwards has come in, rifled a brilliant shot into the far corner. He's one of their own. Again, the Stoke fans are right up for it, and it's 2-2. Now, this Stoke side are pretty good at picking up draws. They're pretty good at being tight when they need to, and ultimately they were then able to see out the game, having twice come from behind, and they'll be ecstatic about what they've done against the best side in the world, in the league, blah blah blah. I mean, all these things are being thrown around Norwich almost as if just taking it for granted that they will get promoted. As I said, that might happen now, but it's hard, isn't it, when it hasn't actually happened? And what's actually happening is Norwich are picking up a point when others are picking up more, and a big gap could possibly be not very big by the time Norwich kick off against Blackburn. It might not even exist at all. So it's a difficult situation at the moment, and I don't think anyone will shy away from that. And it probably brings into play the game at Villa Park, of course, again depending on the Leeds result. So we will see. I think Villa are confirmed in the top 6, so we'll see how things go there. But we're just second guessing from now. We can talk about chances and percentage likelihoods of things happening, and how hard this fixture is and how easy this one is. We don't know. When you go and play them, it's a lot harder, and it is emphasising really how hard it is to get over the line. And this will be a big week for Norwich. They'll have a lot of questions asked of them, and they will have to really keep their heads, because at the moment people will be questioning them, and some people will be expecting them to fail. Daniel Farke, I have to say, spoke really well to us down the side there, talking about how it needs to be calm, puffing out their chests, believe in themselves, and that's all possible. The reality is 2 wins from Norwich's next 2 games and they will go up, and they will go up as champions. It's a phenomenal position to be in. Every one of the 23 clubs below them would take that position. It's not just one cup final, it's a 2-legged cup final where you have to win both legs. But again, as Daniel Farke just said, success never came easy. It's just proving really quite hard. I don't know if there's any more talking points. Emi Buendia was, of course, back in the side today and did really well, but he had a funny game himself. There was a lack of precision really from Norwich in the first half that kind of gave Stoke opportunities that they couldn't be bothered really to take advantage of in the first half. It's probably a good job that Norwich were actually not as bad as that part of the game in the second, because they'd given them many more opportunities to run in on them, and then could have been an even more difficult afternoon. But of course, Timo Pukki's 28th championship goal. He's now by far and away the best striker in terms of a prolific season that Norwich have had at this level and in the top 2 divisions of English football. So that's great. Norwich are 12 games unbeaten, which is their best unbeaten run in at least 25 years at this level, I think, and in the top 2 divisions. Maybe certainly we'll be in the top 2 divisions. So so many bizarre things when so much is still left unresolved. And the reality is, nothing I'm going to say now is going to help you resolve it. But at least you can sit here and know that probably in any other circumstances this would be an excellent point, and just a bit unfortunate that Norwich hadn't seen through the job. As it is, I think we're all going to be biting a few nails unless Brentford can do Norwich a favour over the next hour and a bit or so. Plenty more reaction and analysis, of course, as always, over at PinkUn.com, where you can check in over the course of the week. There's also the app. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll have plenty for you over the course of the next few days, until when Saturday comes. And my Saturday could be a huge occasion. Well, it will be a huge occasion. Let's just see if it's a really good occasion or another element of creeping death. Probably not the note I wanted to end this video on, but there we go. PinkUn.com. In the meantime, happy Easter.